You can start in a moment if you will. Nathaniel, are you ready to go?
Yeah, ready to go.
Regulus?
Yes.
And Goel, are you back from making tea?
Yep.
Okay. Then, since everybody is ready to go, I shall start the YouTube activity for those that will to listen to some bardic ambience in the background. But with that out of the way, who wants to do a quick recap of what transpired last session?
Elemental Island.
Oh.
You can go if you want.
Well, I don't know all the contents of the dragon conversation. This is a problem. We started out first. We took a tangent, going back in time to visit Shatrix, Vala, and Melanie's conversation. It's Melanie, right?
That is correct.
And yeah, it was basically hashing out more of the rules of like the mysterious LSD she was taking, and talking about her brother that she saw in her visions, and asking about her wielding his sword, which apparently he wouldn't mind too much because he's not doing much since the time that Melanie swiped it. But and then when they arrived, was right around when Jethris went into his jug, and Umash commanded of Jethris to or more requested that he get a certain elemental artifact from inside the temple that wasn't being used. It's all dusty, not doing much. And then the group walked up or sneaked up, depending on who was who, to the paladin of the Platinum Dragon. Not starting off on a great foot between, Regulus, the worshipper of giant deities, and a dragon deity follower. They're not on the best terms, so they were very careful around each other. But eventually, through some inciting and speaking and deliberation, they discovered that they aren't really enemies at all. This was more just like a pilgrimage for the silver dragon born. So yeah. Regulus decided, hey, we should help this guy open this temple, and that's what we started to do. We said a bunch of words that corresponded with symbols, and the doors cracked open, and we were attacked. We were beset upon by elementals, which we easily dispatched because we're the best. And at the end, we decided it was best that we sit down for a moment to gather ourselves and recover some of our resources.
And indeed, this is where we find ourselves, as the door to the inner sanctum has already opened. The group decided to take a quick rest before they usher themselves into the temple. On the one side, the Dragonborn seems to be standing, speaking words into the distance with his bladed hands. Maybe maybe a quick prayer, or maybe a vow, an oath, or something important to him. As everybody is getting rested, preparing to venture further towards there. For those that are close towards the Dragonborn, or can't help it but eavesdrop, or their perception allows them to hear, You will hear the Dragonborn speaking words of righteousness. Lord is protector, defender of the innocent. Guide me with your wisdom and fill my heart with your unwavering courage. Grant me the strength to stand against the darkness and the compassion to aid those in need. May your radiant light shine upon all that I do, and may my actions be honor to your name. With his words, as the rest is about to complete into the distance, the spirit that Regulus summoned is fading. Or I think it faded before the rest, because Regulus dismissed it. I don't remember the exact details of it, but...
You deleted it when we pressed the short rest.
I pressed delay.
Yeah, no, I imagine it stuck around until the end of the short rest, where they would both sort of wave and, in an oddly personal, caring way towards Regulus before disappearing. I guess guarding the short rest.
During the time of rest, you will also notice that Vala keeps her distance from the Dragonborn, not being hostile or anything like that, more so, but she does keep an eye on towards them. Suspicious, a little bit.
Yes, Chetris?
Oh, sorry, I just had something in my throat. You guys feeling better?
The Dragonborn
Somewhat.
stands up. Doing fine right now. But is it customary for this temple to greet acolytes? And he points towards Regulus, as he says that the acolytes of the deity, followers of it, like that. More surprised and curious, rather than accusatory.
Seems like it could be a test. Test for those who are approaching and trying to get in the temple. I mean, the door was open, but maybe something is different
I
on
mean,
the inside.
yeah, also there's a fact that Regulus is really the only one that's worshiping this guy. We're just a bunch of fucking passengers.
I
There,
agree with that. However, it was by your doing, and points towards Regulus, that we were even able to complete this test. But alas, I'm sure my questions will be answered. I just find it odd.
well, I am assuming, and this is just a big assumption, as the words go, if that was a defense mechanism that wasn't active prior, there is a potential that we just turned on all the defenses in the temple. If there are more. So, I would suggest maybe being on your guard. With respect, especially you. And he looks to Iranar.
In the face of adversity, I will observe, he speaks. But thanks for the words. Maybe I am mistaken in here. Maybe you know more than I do, but is this truly just a temple? All that I've heard from it is that it was built in honoring the Stormlord. That is my only knowledge to that. Its relation or its kin to the giant kind, and that it is a spiritual place. But maybe, as you said, if there are more defenses of this temple further beyond, it is not just a temple. Maybe something hidden in here, like a vault or something like that. Do you know any of this? Does anything that I say ring any bell to you?
Does it? Does it count?
I guess you can make me a history check, Regulus.
Hmm. It's the bell is welded to the so that it doesn't move, and the I'm gonna just think I'm gonna suggest that. Oh wait, I don't have any sorcery points. I can't even fix that. So that's it. It's a 0.
As you think for a moment, but really, all that you've learned from for this place comes from Melanie. That he told you of this place, that he told you to come here, and that this is a temple that in time it will be destroyed. So you weren't even aware of its existence prior to that, and this is all the information you have.
I don't know much. I've only really found out stuff about this recently. Like, I mean, really recently. Yeah, no, I got nothing. All I can do is guess and try and decipher what we come across along the way. I can give out and I don't mean this just to everyone, or just to you, but to everyone, I guess. Be very careful with what you touch in here. If it's to the Storm Lord, then he might be one of the only good-ish aligned deities of the giants, but he is a tempestuous god, and those that would have built this place in his honor could potentially have built it in honor of his more warlike capabilities, ways. So I don't know what exactly you could do to disrespect him here other than walk in and not be a follower, but I would be careful.
Okay.
the goddess of pain blesses me with a roll. I thought I'll roll for history just to see if Judas knows anything. And I was
Sadly,
blessed.
this is quite the distance from where Judas was.
I know. It was just a roll. It was just a roll for fun.
Okay.
But I was like, it's like maybe she's blessed me. Look at that. There's that 20.
I mean,
compared
that's a
to
waste.
That one. That's why that's not how statistics work, my friend.
It's statistics, my ass. Either way, we better start getting inside. Time like the present, I suppose. And I'm going to turn both of my packed slots into sorcery points and gain 4, and then I'll also sacrifice a third.
You turn a little bit of your energy back towards yourself as you imbue yourself, and lightning just scorches through your veins, striking in there. As you start moving up forward, as Regulus moves a little bit further up ahead, not really saying that as in so Regulus does not hear it, more so as he follows right behind that. I've seen what happens where followers of deities of the Tempest go in a mission of doing right by their gods. Scorched death is what it's left behind. As he's thinking out loud, more so, in the back of all that, Vala will just whisper to, not really say only Cedric, but to the rest of the group as well, over there, or probably just say it under her breath, and some people might catch it, might not, entirely up to you. Vala just speaks aloud, as if the Platinum Dragon has never been accused of terrible crime in the past. And she kind of just moves the opposite way from trying to keep her distance between her and the Dragonborn.
Hmm.
The group continues to move up forward. In front of you, Regulus, there is a massive opening with stairs that lead down there. Unfortunately, due to the state of the temple, the passage is somewhat crumbled. It's not in a good state, and obviously any damage done to it could easily collapse at the entrance. Not entirely as if the temple will succumb or it will be devastated, but might make it hard for someone to exit or enter this place once anew.
Ah,
However, there is a road up ahead, or should I say stairs down below. And damp atmosphere is what lies up into the distance. Humid and moist environment.
Regulus will move forward fearlessly of the crumbling nature of the place, because he's probably like 90 pounds soaking wet. I mean, he'll just take a deep breath and move in.
If he doesn't like Paladins of the Dragon, I wonder how he's going to feel about Paladins of the Lady of Pain.
The group starts moving forward, one after another, keeping an eye to this hole. Regulus up ahead, Judas right beside him, Goel with Snowsong on his back, Innar, the silver dragonborn, standing at the ready with his shield out and prepared to draw his sword if needed be. Nathaniel, always watchful and keeping an eye towards there as Jethros follows, right beside them. Satrix and Vala are about to enter as well as the group starts moving inside. Step after step into the distance, Regulus, it is that you see what appears to be give me just a second, a small depiction or a statue of a clam. As you are moving towards there, you can tell this is probably a place that offerings are usually put onto a temple. Goel, the Dragonborn, Jethris, Nathaniel, and the two women continue right beside you as you start moving towards there in this semi-drowned area. Nathaniel, due to your passive perception, as you move inside here, you do notice faint movement. You can hear something moving around and about. Goel, You are able to discern that as well. As Goel and Nathaniel move up forward, you quickly turn your head and try to look around as if there is something in here. You are not alone. I would like initiatives. Goel and Nathaniel, you are not surprised. Nathaniel has a 20.
I'm back. I'm back again. Rolling at 1.1. Damn again. Woo, woo.
I see Judas, I see Nathaniel, I see Regulus, I see Jethros, and I see Goel. Everyone that is here today with us is ready. As Nathaniel, you hear a little bit of movement around you, though in first sight you do not see something. There is for sure something in the area around that is moving towards you. You can hear its multiple legs moving around closer and closer with each passing second, as your passive perception allows you not to see them directly, but allows you to be warned of their presence, so you're not surprised. What are you willing to do, Nathaniel?
I forget. Oh, we took a short rest, right? So all
That is
the
correct.
so Long Strider and protection from good and evil are probably gone. I'll just go ahead and get a Twilight Sanctuary up. So oh, I don't have my prayer open. Oh, sorry guys, maybe next time. But yeah, I'll go ahead and he raises his shield to eye level, and beams of moonlight begin to shine from beneath his feet in all directions, like an aura of moon rays, as he whispers his prayer to the goddess of the moon, and summons his Twilight Sanctuary.
Soothing twilight quickly overlaps everyone and alarms them as whatever it is around here, it is moving against the whole group. Anything else, Nathaniel?
Nah, that'll be it for now.
Okay, I think you already have 10 temporary hit points, but you are
Yep.
able, obviously, to reroll if you get more.
Yeah.
As Regulus, I think you are surprised, right? Your passive perception is 14, correct?
Yes.
Sadly for this turn, Regulus, you're only alarmed by Nathaniel's aura as it covers you and protects you. You can roll, or I don't know if Nathaniel, you're on the PC and you will be rolling for the players. I'll leave it entirely up to you. As either you have 10 temporary hit points or you get a chance to reroll those right now.
Whose turn was it? Regulus's turn?
Regulus, yes.
All right, no, you still keep the 10.
Alright.
Okay, and that is more than fine, as right after that, the quick stride will reveal its presence as onto the side of the wall and moving closer towards where the shrine of the offerings is, you will see what appears to be a draconic silhouette, but more so that looks like a massive worm, multiple feet and with claws as a centipede of sorts, as it quickly crawls around like a lizard over there, stands on top of the clam and reveals its nearly draconic face. Horns appear into its back, lightning crackles onto its mouth, as you can see runes onto its body, as the creature looks towards a lot of you and in a language that only a few might understand, that is Draconic, it speaks, finally, flesh, and will blast and char and strike everyone in front of it, as I need dexterity saving throws from the whole group. Do not roll for Satrix nor Vala for the time being.
Dexterity
As
saving
you also
throw.
have advantage. Yes.
Our Lady of Pain, look upon me.
Seems that everyone is rolling actually very
Ah.
decent.
Except me, of course. Well, inspiration down and see if she listens to me again or not. She did listen to me, but that used inspiration, so that sucks.
As the creature into the side just blasts and sears everyone, dealing at the very least 30 points of lightning damage to those that saved. And I think Jethros, because you have also the aura from your ally, from Judas, you are making the save, right?
Yep.
So that means you take 15,
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
As
I still had my
uses
10.
his reaction to absorb some of the lightning for himself, and as the blast of energy strikes all the way into the entrance and goes far and beyond, it decimates the structural integrity of the entrance, and rubble will fall right behind Jethros, splitting him from the two women of the party. As rocks fall, they are stranded outside. And let me roll for a research for the creature. It does not recharge, and Jethros, you are, I guess, surprised, so unable to act right away.
Ah. Yep.
Is that a lindworm?
I don't know.
As obviously, I think the Dragonborn as well, yep, he is also surprised, cannot do something. Nathaniel, if you want to roll for each and everyone all together or one, do let me know, just to know what to put onto the Dragonborn as well. Okay, he takes 10 points of temporary 10 temporary hit points. As Goel, you are up next. I see you made the save, Goel. You still take 15 points of damage. Not 15, 30 points of damage. So I don't know if you deducted that.
Did not. That's what the save?
And, yep, it's 60 on a fail, 30 on a success. And did you make one for Snowsong as well?
I did
Because
not.
there's a chance that Snowsong goes, oof.
Give me 1 second.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's a good win.
Oh,
Snowsong makes the save and leaves with 20 hit points because he has also 10 temporary hit points
okay.
at the start of the long rest. So, Grell, you are up next. Go. The creature just appeared over there, standing on top of this clown statue or the depiction as it breathes and blasts everyone in front of it for quite the lightning damage. I don't know if you know Draconic Goel. I know that you have them as your favorite enemy, so I don't know if you are able to tell what he did, but I leave it entirely up to you. So,
First of all, going to rage as a bonus action. Did anyone go up to the dragon, or why are we huddled up here? I'm
We
not sure.
haven't been able to move yet.
pretty much surprised then. You are not
Oh, okay.
surprised, that is.
I'm gonna go all the way out to it with both weapons out and attack it recklessly. First of all, let's change the dice. I mean the whatchamacall. So I'm proper angry. Is that hit?
21 hits as Goel jumps towards the creature and strikes once at it.
And I think that's it.
Goel jumps towards the creature and strikes once, twice, managing to land a potent blow at it as the creature turns towards him. Its tail prepares to start coiling around him before it will attempt to constrict him. But that is later on, as Judas, sadly, you are also surprised, but you do regain your reaction. And both Goel and Judas take some temporary hit points from Nathaniel's soothing aura. As Nathaniel,
Ooh.
you are
Is it
up
is
next.
it the same? Is it the same or is it rolled again?
I think Nathaniel is rolling for each and every one, so.
Please, Nathaniel.
Or you can just roll a d6
Got
out of
it.
7.
You got it.
Oh.
Who am I rolling for?
Judas.
Goel
Me and
and,
Goal.
Judas.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm outside the aura.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct. Not for Goel. My bad on that. But
And
yeah,
Thank you
it
for the
is
10,
your
Tim.
turn. And Nathaniel, it is
Appreciate
your
it.
turn.
All right, I'm gonna run down there with. Let's see, 30 feet will get me. Is this? Can I take cover behind this pillar from another breath weapon to get a dex bonus?
Surely. Those pillars
Alright.
go all the way up to support the structure, or also dodging gives you advantage on those. However, keep in mind the creature has not recharged in the case
Okay.
that this is of importance.
But 30 feet will get me there. I'll use that pillar as cover since I can't close with the creature on this turn. And let's see, everyone's looking okay. I'm gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and just hit it with a Toll of the Dead for this round. It's gonna be a DC 17. Oh, yep, he's good. Bonus action. We will summon a spiritual weapon next to the creature and attack it with my spiritual weapon. (23) to hit.
23 hits.
11 points of force damage. That'll end my turn.
As Regulus, you are up next as Nathaniel moves forward, speaks words of power, creating and conjuring a spectral blade to strike against his enemy.
Regulus is going to move 25, 30 feet over to here. Beside the Behir. And I'm going to are we in bright light or dim light?
I think you're in darkness. The only bright light in here comes from the dim light comes from the twilight.
Okay. I was just wondering because this looks an awful lot like bright light.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'll fix that. Don't worry.
for my action, I'm going to reach into my bag and set down a Peridot worth 500 gold pieces into the clam. And speak a prayer to the Stormlord. And then I'm gonna back away. Or I will then vanish in a plume of feathers over here.
assume your action is to take the item out and place and speak the
Yes.
prayer of sorts. Make me, technically it's a religion check. Use your charisma though for this one.
Okay, so that's just a charisma check then.
Go for it.
So, I'm gonna use a sorcery point to reroll that. I assume whatever I'm doing is not a. Is that 8 is not a success?
is
That's
not
not a
enough.
success. No. Okay. 19's better.
Way better, as Regulus moves up forward, grabs one gemstone and disregards the creature in front of him, but also Goel, who is raging and attacking it. And as he moves forward, he speaks a few words of prayer. And Jethros, you see as the creature turns its head and looks towards Regulus, somewhat weirded. Followed up as the Dragonbone as well, Ilnar, notices that as well. The creature turns and looks towards Regulus as it speaks a few words. The follower? In Draconic. But that is, for the time being, as the creature looks a little bit, a bit confused towards Regulus, as it will first attempt to make its attacks and constrict Goel. Goel, you attacked recklessly, correct?
Mhm.
I think 17 hits you.
Yep.
As the tail of the behemoth wraps around you and starts squeezing your bones as its claws also start striking you down, dealing a total of 7 plus 8, 15 points of damage to you, as you are already, you are now grappled and restrained by it, as the creature will then move up forward and skirt. It is very, very fast, and it will, with Goel onto its back, I'll put Goel over here for it to make a little bit more sense. The Behir will move closer and closer towards Judas, Jethros, and the Dragonborn, and lash out towards the first of them, that is the Dragonborn, speaking Dragonflesh, alas! And it will attempt a bite attack, which will hit.
That is definitely a Linworm, people. I like this
Striking
tall
the
dragon.
Dragonborn for 12 points of damage and 10 the temporary that was granted by the Moonlight Aura and Riron, as the creature jumps towards there and tries to bite. Inner uses his shield and gets pushed a little bit to the side as the creature turns and looks towards Jethros and moves to the side of the stairs to get in range of him as well, carrying Goel with it at all times. And Jethros, you are up next, as I will roll for a recharge. It does not recharge its breath.
Oh, it's really close now.
He knows who to employ, I tell you.
Okay. Seeing and hearing more than seeing what it interacted with Regulus with, Jethros will throw his hands up in praise and say, "Oh yes, we are but humble acolytes. We are not your next meal. Please spare us." But we'll cast Mind Sliver on it. Just do that. That's not Mind Sliver. There it is. No, it's not. There. Intelligence save.
Not the brightest for the creature, as it will take the 13 points of psychic damage as you speak towards it, and your words annoy it. As you can see, it is taking psychic damage. In that process, it looks back towards you. I have been starved of dragonflesh for too long. I have a hunger for it. Anything else, Jethros?
No. I end my turn.
Seeing the creature interacting with with what Regulus did earlier on, and with the way that it behaves, Inner for his turn will make an intelligence check. That is a religion check to try and figure out what that creature is. It can be history or religion, matters little to that. As the dragonman looks towards the creature, what the hell is this? Grabs his blade and prepares to attack, but that will have to wait for the next turn, as I will roll for temporary hit points. As Goel, you are up next.
My attacks are disadvantaged when I'm restrained, or I'm in grapple.
That is correct. So you have also normal, because you do have advantage from every other source.
All right, I'm gonna continue attacking it.
$28, $23, both of those attacks will hit.
Bonus action attack.
That hits as well.
And temp HP. Do I qualify?
You are within the order.
All right.
The creature is not that smart to keep you outside. Do roll initiative for Snowsong as well, because he didn't
I
get a turn.
thought I did.
As I'll shift to Judas. And go ahead, Judas. You are up next.
Shit. He's actually with us. I can actually use reaction for that. To break that, so that's fine actually for now. They've been split. Do I want to just one question. Did I do warding bond on anybody last session?
No.
Well, considering the situation, Judas will move around just like this. Put his hand as he moves and push aside bodies of the creature swinging around, dives sideways, sword drawn, comes to stop right in front of Jeffress. He knows his job, protect the squishies. He kind of gives pushes Jeffress slightly backwards as he touches his side, his shoulder with his palm, and with the blood on it, he casts Warning Bond. Is that right? There we go. Not many left. Are we doing that? Oh, we're doing the other way around. Okay, cool. Anyway, sorry, I'm just doing something. Yeah, so Warning Bond has been cast. You get 1 to your AC. And I'll take your damage.
As Judas creates a link with Jethrus using his protective magic and prepares to imbue him with to imbue Jethrus more so with his own endurance. Nathaniel, you are up next.
Okay. Let's see. 20 feet of movement for my spiritual weapon as a bonus action. We'll get it here. Has the creature recharged its breath weapon?
Not yet. I think I rolled a 1 or a 2.
Yeah,
so yeah.
you failed a 1. You rolled a 1, so it hasn't recharged yet.
Okay.
But out of character, we don't know that, technically speaking.
Judas, did you end your turn inside the radius?
Yes, I did end my turn inside, but I still haven't lost 10 of my previous ones, I think.
Okay.
And the previous ones was 10. But thank you for rolling that. Appreciate it.
All right. Oh gosh, this thing just keeps getting out of my range. Let's
You
see,
can
30
see,
feet
Nathaniel,
of
that it is very nimble. It's moving at 50 feet per turn.
30 feet of movement will get me over here to this other pillar, and I will use that pillar as cover. Nathaniel raises his shield, and the holy symbol of the Moon Maiden that's painted on his shield begins to glow with kind of a pale moonlight as he whispers a prayer. O Moon Maiden, hear my plea. A curse of death to my foes decree. As they sow sorrow, let them reap. Bring down thy wrath from up on high. Let them not stray from thy decree, for their undoing shall be their fee. A toll for the dead. And I will toll the dead on that guy again, and that rhyme needs improvement. But yeah, toll the dead, DC 17.
It has a minus D4 on save.
Hey, there it is. What's that, 3d12?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
17 points of necrotic
Good
damage.
roll. Could be better, but it was decent roll. Good average.
And that'll end Nathaniel's turn.
As Nathaniel speaks words of power to bring down the wrath of the Moon Maiden onto the creature that is assaulting his allies, Regulus. You are up next.
Regulus is gonna look around. Are the runes covering this creature in Draconic or in Giant language?
Giant, you can clearly see an association to Giant Guide. It's not a specific rune, it's not like the Storm rune or the Stone rune or the Heal rune or anything like that. But you can see multiple depictions that usually fall down the giant rune carving techniques.
Regulus is going to avoid trying to deal damage to it, and he will instead don't have anything that's not particularly bad. I guess he will just move over to here and say towards it in Giant, and say, we are not here to attack the temple. We are just here to try and preserve its knowledge. Save it from the destruction that might come.
Regulus, you move up forward, and the creature sadly does not recognize the giant tongue.
If possible,
But- Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if possible, I would also say it in common.
It won't matter. So you say it only in a giant because it doesn't know common as well. Make me, however, a performance check. This is body language and stuff like that, or a persuasion with disadvantage. Your call.
I'll take a persuasion with disadvantage.
Go for it. Jethros, I will roll for inner, and if somebody else also speaks Draconic, roll me an insight check.
I know Draconic and Giant. Can I also use a reaction to hear what Regulus is saying?
You definitely hear what Regulus said towards it.
Common, Elvish, and Abyssal, people. Yeah, that's me.
As Jethro, you can see the creature turns and looks with a certain esteem and respect towards Regulus as he turns and speaks. Though, however, it does not understand a single word, Moses looks towards him for a moment, surprised, caught off guard, as it seems to be contemplating. It looks towards them and speaks below its breath. Strange. Haven't heard those words since him. As the creature turns and looks toward you, Regulus.
I don't suppose we don't have any means to bridge the old language barrier. The most impenetrable barrier in all of D&D is a language barrier. I guess I will just try and use or show my divine spark that is associated with it, the lightning. I won't threaten him with it, obviously. I'll just sort of have it crackling around me.
More than fine.
However, does it seem like this thing is going to attack me at any point? Or am I...
Not right now, no.
Okay, then I will stay within this reach.
And Snowsong is up next.
Bonus action lightning form. So that and proficiency is still at 4. So I roll a 4d10 for temp HP.
4d10. Yep.
Okay, thank you. Saw that. And he will maul. Lightning form. It's 19 hit.
19 will hit.
Does he also get my favorite enemy, or is it just me?
You will play.
That's a shame.
It will take the 11 points of slashing damage, but it will take a 0 lightning damage as the creatures, as Snowsong strikes and mauls towards the beard. The wound behind leaves static electricity as the creature is lightning incarnate. Anything else for Snowsong?
Oh, so does it heal him?
No, it does not.
Okay. That's it.
The Vizir looks towards Regulus, unable to understand him all together, and as it is dragging Goel from behind, looks at Regulus. Regulus speaks towards it. It seems to appeal to it to some extent. As Goel mauls for it behind, annoyed, it turns behind and will attempt to make a single attack against Goel, which is a swallow attack. So it makes a single bite attack against you, which I think will hit.
Yes, but it does 9 out of my temp HP.
You don't take the acid damage right now. You take 13 piercing damage. But
13? Not 9?
You take 27 piercing. So that is 13 piercing. Because you have resistance to it.
Oh, the first attack is 9 damage and the second. Oh wait, I'm looking at my own attack, sorry. Apologies.
Okay. I was confused as well.
I saw lightning, I was like, oh, oops.
As Goel, you are now inside the Behir's gullet. As the creature just turns behind and swallows Goel entirely. You see the silhouette of Goel just slowly moving throughout the gullet of the creature as it speaks aloud. Much better. And I will roll a d6 as the creature does not regain its breath, but it will move away from Regulus and taking an opportunity attack from Judas, that is.
Is it is it moving away with aggression, or did it stop and then start moving away?
Give me a second.
It just ate Goel. That's pretty aggressive.
It ate Goel, and it continues to move around you towards behind Jethros, pretty much at the door to stop anyone from trying to pass through the stone texture that collapsed behind Jethros or anything as such.
Judas will then, of course, take a attack of opportunity. This is pain. Pain is a continuation, not an end. Don't end him. And I'll hit him. Let's see. Oh, wait. Is this guy considered a dragon?
It is a monstrosity, not a dragon.
Slayer will not come into effect.
Sadly not. As Jethros, you are up next.
This is Diva, Dragon, Turtle, or Waven either. Or Dragon type. Damn it! Damn Pokemon.
So it's on top of me?
Pretty much.
Okay.
It's big. Underneath his feet. His chest.
Oh, okay. Jethros is gonna lash it. He's gonna lash out at it with his lash. Or 13.
A potent strike as Jethros turns and conjures lash of gemstones, hurling at the creature, striking at its head and trying it to pull it closer towards it. The creature tries to swipe and take a bite out of Jethros as Jethros moves to the side and avoids the attack.
Yeah, okay. I guess he'll bonus action take a hungry bite out of him. In revenge for Goel. 14. I don't
14 will not hit.
Yeah.
He's slowly moving Goel down the digestive tract. Cousin is slowly moving him down the digestive tract, and I'm going, he's getting closer to the place.
I end my turn.
The Dragonborn on the other side will move closer towards Jethros and attempt to draw the creature's attention. Foul beast, he will speak. Give the peasant back. But sadly, neither attacks of the Dragonborn will hit as he tries twice to wound the Behir. The creature just stomps onto the blade and glares at him, preparing to attack him. And that will be for the Dragonborn's end of turn as Glenn, you are up next.
Can I attack him from the inside?
Yes, but you are at disadvantage. You can attack recklessly to be at normal.
Yes.
Twenty, 19, both hits.
Horrible damage rolls. What is this? A 1 and a 3. Ugh.
As Goel just turns to the creature and moors into the inside of the gullet of the Behir. The Behir stands for a moment. And at the end of your turn, Goel, I assume that's your end, right?
Yes.
It needs to make a constitution saving throw to see if it will bletch Goel out. But it manages to hold on to him. And Judas, you are up next.
He's too large, so therefore no advantage even if I move around. I'm guessing, correct?
That is correct. It is huge.
Yes, therefore I don't want to. Therefore, I shall still try to it. Gives my next turn twice advantage. Therefore, Judas will call out. Using my ability, the Silver Tongue. I will call out to him and says, "My lady of pain and thorns shall not let you off for what you've done to us. Suffer her pain. Feel it in your bones." And I'll just, yes, deception.
Keep in
check.
mind that it says one humanoid.
Yes, so that was thematic, and therefore he will just do two normal attacks at dragon.
More than fine. More than fine.
I'll keep the role play, and unfortunately, just do another normal attack.
Go
Yes,
for it.
his only attempt to see one humanoid. He's a humanoid into my eyes. There's too many dragonborns around me, and lizard
Just-
people. He's a humanoid in my opinion. Come on, lady. I'm doing role play here. Give me a sign. No. She. This is kind of feel like a Monday game. She's continued to let me suffer. I deserve this. I will continue to accept this for now, but hopefully she'll come back to me. So
After the critical hits of last session, I think it's balancing the scales right away. As at the top of the initiative, the Behir will turn and look towards Regulus. The Regulus, you understand nothing that it says towards you. It is something that both Jethros and the Dragonborn will be able to tell. As the Behir turns and looks towards you, Regulus. Thanks for bringing those offerings in here. As it looks towards Jethros and the Dragonborn, tasty as they are. The others weren't so kind. Nathaniel, your turn.
Okay. 10 feet of movement up to this pillar to take cover behind this pillar. Bonus action. Move my spiritual weapon up to take an attack.
That will definitely hit.
10 points of force damage. And I will use my spell storing ring to cast Bless at 4th level, which will affect 6 creatures, and it will be everyone I can see, including myself.
So I think it's pretty much everyone other than Goel, right?
Yep, everyone I can see. Yeah. So Snowsong, Judas, Jethros, Imar, Regulus, and myself.
As Nathaniel uses the ring as the ring glows with a little bit of energy and bestows his magic that was saved for a much needed time to his allies as Regulus. You are up next.
Regulus is going to. Let's see. This doesn't have a. I'm sure it's strong enough to deal with that. Regulus is going to move over here. Okay, maybe not here. Are these squares, these 2 squares here, count as it being in 15 feet range?
On the one, yes, this one I wouldn't say so, but this one for sure.
Well, I guess that works. Regulus is going to crackle down a whip made of lightning, and he will throw it towards the Behir. I'd like the Behir to make a strength save. I figured as much.
As Regulus tries to bind the creature with lightning towards him, striking at it. What is the intention of this? Because it can willingly fail, depending on just trying to keep it
To
up. This is
pull it.
lightning lure, right?
Yes, lightning lure.
You know what? It will come towards you. Lightning as it is harmless to it. So I think it has advantage because it is large, but it doesn't matter, right? You can still use it even if it's huge, correct?
I believe so. I believe there's no size requirement.
More than fine, and works with it as you use a little bit of energy Regulus towards it, and the creature feels this aura and doesn't resist much as it is getting closer towards it. Keeps its eyes towards you for a moment, curious. What is it?
Regulus will. I don't know if this. Oh no, he doesn't speak or understand giant either way. I will just try and say. Well, I use my action, right? So I can't like do anything to try and convince him otherwise. So I will just use a bonus action to crackle with lightning and gain a sorcery point back as I sacrifice a first level spell slot. And I will just stand there and try to look as displeased with what he's doing as possible, giving them his best mom stare that he learned from his mother. Yeah.
Got it. As Regulus just grabs the creature and looks towards it, shakes his head in disappointment at the behavior for what it is doing. Snowsong is up next.
Snowsong will bonus action teleport. Is it upstairs or downstairs, the dragon?
Now downstairs, as the Regulus just pulls it from the side towards him, I guess.
Yeah, he's gonna
Weird,
teleport
nothing
right
weird.
here and then do a charged attack.
Go for it.
Damage plus 2 slashing.
And needs to make a strength saving throw, still, even if it is that big, I think, but makes the save for a total of 15 points of slashing damage to it as Snowsong jumps onto the enemy and tries to bring it down. Anything else for Snowsong?
No, that's it.
As the Behir looks towards you, Regulus. What? It speaks in Draconic. Fine. Only those two then, and it will turn towards Jethros and Inar and attempt to attack them both. It's been so long. As it slithers and looks towards them, it will attempt to constrict the Dragonborn, but it fails to do so and attempt to bite Jethros.
It hits?
I think that hits you.
Barely.
No, it does not. Jeffers, don't worry. The lady will take the pain for you. Technically, meaning I'll take that pain for you.
Aww.
I think
if-
because well, there's both. There's warding, or I can use my reaction to take it.
I think you shouldn't use your reaction in that case because you take all of the damage and then I guess it's the same thing. Well, even if you use your reaction, both of you will take 16 because you share with the other. It goes both ways. The warding both. Not only you take half damage from them.
Each time.
No,
you-
I am
each time-
confused. I am confused. You are correct. You take the full 32 points of damage, right?
Yes, it's basically warding is the spell version of my ability. That's why I was saying
Yes.
it doesn't matter which one I'm using. So I'll just take
Okay.
the feature damage. Cool.
As
take
Judas, you point towards Jefferson, you see a bite mark onto your body appears as the Behir bites them and rolls for research. Does not recharge its breath. And Goel, you do take, I think I rolled a 13, which is 6 for you, acid points of damage from the 10. So you take 6 points of acid damage, and Jethris, you are up next. As you can see, the creature tries to use its tail to shove Snowsong away with no real intent in harming Snowsong. Only you and the Dragon Ball.
Okay.
That doesn't look much better when you are yourself, Jethris, but yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna save it to regurgitate. Jethris looks back to Judas, who's bleeding from orifices, and say, "Well, thanks." And we'll mind sliver the monstrosity again. Intelligence save.
The chances of it making it are very, very slim. And with a 1, it definitely does not, as it will take another 13 points of psychic damage, become blooded as well.
And hopefully that'll help a certain someone get thrown up. That's my turn.
The Dragonborn right up next with his weapon at hand will try to bring the creature down and stop it, or at the very least attempt to, as he will make 2 attacks against the creature, one of them which will hit. There's a chance that I'll have to reroll the second one, as he will make the sword glow with light, dealing 20 damage in total, and the Behir needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Even with a D4, it is a D4, right? Throws not the D6, correct? Sadly, it's not going to be enough to blind the Behir, as Ilar will jump down and attempt to strike the creature. And Goel, you are up next. Inside, Goel just roars and continues to attack. You can see the weapons just make small, not the pictures, more so just pull out and protrude from the body of the Behir as if something is struggling inside there. As Goel continues, and 23 and 20 hit, 15 does not. It's 19, and that's another 14. That is, once again, good damage for it to trigger another Constitution saving throw. And this time, I think at the end of your turn, however, you will be hurled outside. You fall prone in a space within 10 feet of it. So the creature will regurgitate you over to here. That is on the end of your turn, Goel.
Okay.
As Goel continues to just slam into the stomach, and the Behir feels shaken and breathes out. Goel, Judas, you are up next.
So Goel. Oh man, it feels. I'll move forward. I'm getting pissed at this thing. This is Lady of Pain. You have received your tithe. Please allow me to give him what he deserves, and I shall attack. And she listens. Seems to roleplay, man. People roleplay, and I am not raging, so that doesn't matter. But I shall, because of the pain and suffering and my friend, I shall drop a 3rd level smite in there. So that's 68 or 88?
88. A 3rd level smite is 48, so double that, 88.
Yeah, average.
For a potent slash, as Judas turns towards the creature and plunges his blade, twists it, and it glows with light as the Behir screeches and tries to move further away. That is on its turn, however. Anything else, Judas?
As he twists and he pulls away, the blood dripping, he licks the blade, and it says, "And so shall she reward those who enjoy takes understanding in the pain." And I will hit him again. and misses, and he says, "Such is the such."
Even
is
with
the
a
teachings."
D4, sadly the attack will not hit.
No. It's all that's good, but such is the teachings.
More than fine.
She giveth, and she takes away.
As the strange with his blade, the Behir does not fall for the same mistake twice, does not underestimate the strength that Judas brings with his blade, and puts its best defensive efforts to avoid the attack. As Nathaniel, you are up next.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and move the spiritual weapon. And attack him with the spiritual weapon. 23, I think, is going to hit
hits.
for 6 points of force damage. Oh, I forgot to take bless. And let's see if I can actually get within range of this guy now.
I think you can.
Hey, look at that. All right. I'm going to run up to him and smack him with Black Crane's Legacy.
Excuse me.
Let's do 2 attacks. Do you need something?
No, you were just passing by me, so I said excuse me.
Oh. All right. 1, 2.
First one will
Okay,
hit and deal an
14.
extra point of psychic damage. The second one does not.
Alrighty. 14 points of slashing damage. Magical slashing damage.
A good amount of damage as Nathaniel just lashes up forward, strikes towards the creature. Anything else, Nathaniel? For your turn?
Nah, that's it.
More than fine. As Regulus, you are up next.
Alrighty. Regulus is gonna pull on the leash of his very angry pit bull and lightning lure him again. More so, like, I know that I can't pull him anymore than what he already is. I'm basically gonna try and flavor it as me trying to just say, "Stop it!" Or enough.
Make me, I guess. It is pretty able to. You're using the spell pretty much to convey a meaning rather than the attack itself. So I'm not going to make a strength saving throw. But rather than that, make me an intimidation check, I guess.
Okay, not his best, but either way.
Well, that's a pretty good intimidation, though. As Regulus just turns, bursts with lightning onto the horn of the Behir, drags it a little bit closer towards him. The Behir doesn't mind the lightning, kind of just turns its head towards him as Regulus, though speaks in a language that the Behir does not understand. The message is clear for it. Anything else, Regulus?
No, that's it.
Snowsong is up next.
He is. He's gonna
You sound
do the same thing.
surprised.
He's gonna teleport here this time. Can he? Hold on. He was here. Teleport 30 feet. Is that on the water or? He's just gonna run back and then run back in.
So we need to get over here in order to make the attack, but yeah, 18 will hit. How much damage is it? 13 slashing in total as Snowsong jumps towards the creature, and I'll make a strength saving throw. Which will be enough, as Snowsong just jumps onto the other horn, with Regulus pulling from one side, Snowsong just jumps over there, bites onto the other one, and brings the creature down. As the creature is taken off guard from the attack, it flips upside down, coiling, prone onto the ground. Anything else?
Nope.
As the creature, right up next, it will flip as well, getting off prone, that is, and will look towards Regulus. Fine, fine, one last bite, and it will attempt to bite either Irnar or Jethros. One is Irnar, two is Jethros. So towards Jethros, it will attempt to just bite. Does 16 hit you, Jethros?
Yes. If you're hitting Jethros, you hit.
I take some damage again.
Both of you take 8 points of piercing damage. I think actually, not 8.
No, I take it all. I'll take. Yeah,
You use your reaction, I assume.
Temp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
As the creature will bite towards Jethros. Once again, the bite mark becomes even worse onto Judas' shoulder, and here will not use its constrict attack. Instead, it will use its 25 feet of movement to try and move away from them, following what it heard from Regulus. Starved as it is, it goes for the last attack. That leaves for Judas Snowsong, Inner, and Nathaniel to make one last attack towards it. Inner turns and looks towards Regulus. What did you say to it?
I can't. I use my. I think the warding. Let me just double check the warding wording.
That is correct. Yeah, you're using your reaction for that, Judas. So. As Inner turns towards Regulus, in case Regulus you were muted, he asks, "What did you say to it?"
I mean, I said it in common, pretty loud, to tell it to stop it.
Oh, I thought it was in giant. Never mind, my bad. As he hears that, then he will hold his weapon. He will not make the attack. As Nathaniel 17 will hit. That is 25 damage, 21 slashing, and 4 psychic points. And Snowshock can also make an opportunity attack as the creature tries to move away and stop attacking.
I'm just out of later conversation. Probably is now looking at this. It might be a conversation, guys, in regards to does that actually stack? But we'll talk later.
I'll say it right after, but for the time being, is Snowshock making an opportunity attack or not? Just to keep an eye to Goel? Go for it. So, roll me the attack. I will roll for
just
each.
wait for it. Yeah, waiting for it. Just
The creature will recharge the breath of its own, as it will take some damage from Snowsong. As Jeffries, you are up next, and you can see that the creature has ceased to be hostile, more so defensive any longer. Crackles lightning onto its breath, as in more so a defensive last stand if people try to attack.
And Regulus is crying to stop it or whatever. I guess Jethris just says threateningly in Draconic, "Listen, asshat, you hit me again, and you're gonna be the only thing being eaten tonight." And ends his turn.
Though the creature does not like the tone and more so would love to eat Jethro's hole, it understands that its position is not one to bug, and you can just see this inner conflict in it, but it seems to be not obeying your commands, but following them at the very least. The Dragonborn will move, will move up forward towards it, stay away from them, as he just holds his weapon towards it to attack, if needed be, as he takes a dodge action in the case that the creature decides to breathe lightning on them. I'll roll for if Inner gets more temporary hit points, he actually does. That. And Goel, you are up next.
Goel, after being spit out, he's gonna walk a little bit. Just slowly, about 15 feet. Sees him just go away. Stretches out his muscles, shakes his head, shakes the acid off his skin. Looks at the dragon, smiles, and does an adrenaline rush right up to him and do all 3 attacks. Well, actually, I don't need the adrenaline rush. He's just gonna run.
You were also prone, so you used half your movement to get off prone. So I think you actually have to adrenaline rush.
Okay, then I will. Yeah, that's enough. And I'll attack him recklessly.
That hits. That hits.
I think that's my turn. I don't have. Yeah, I don't have.
As Goel just turns towards the creature and starts striking at it, the creature continues to be in pain. As Judas, you are up next.
Oh, Lady of Pain, Larry. I go forward, and I shall attack it again. Let's see if the lady wishes to bestow upon it even some more pain. No, it seems like she just wants to bestow pain upon me and emotional damage. There we go.
Second attack will
Damage.
hit though. Anything else, Judas?
No, that'll be me. That'll be me.
The creature is extremely wounded as Judas moves up forward and stripes at it. Nathaniel, you are up next as the creature has ceased being hostile, more so is defensive any longer. What do you do?
It ceased being hostile. I asked Regulus, what did it say?
No idea. I just told it to stop it, and it's surrendering.
It said
Or
one
at the very
more
least-
bite, and then it took a big old bite out of me.
Yeah, and it's done. Leave it alone.
And I see Judas and Goel are still attacking it.
That is the case.
Uh, 20 feet of movement will get me to this pillar, which I will use for cover in case it uses its breath weapon again. Is that within range of it? No, it's not. All right. I will hold a Toll the Dead in case the creature becomes hostile again.
Nathaniel moves up forward and controls a little bit of his magic, preparing to unleash it if needed be, as Regulus. You are up next.
Once again, no physical way I can save this thing because we're in an enclosed room with a bunch of angry frontliners, as said. So, was there, like, when the rubble dropped on top of the stairs, did it completely cover?
There is no exit right away, and it goes from here. The rubble has fallen. You can hear Satrix and Vala behind asking, "What's going on? Is everybody okay?" Stuff like that.
And this creature doesn't seem to be a. It's not a construct. It is a real creature.
Yes, it's a monstrosity.
I will. I'm going to move about 30 feet up here.
Excuse me.
Can I see the door or the rubble?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to try to be precise and not try to be destructive with it. I'm assuming that hopefully Shining Blast or Divine Blast can be. And I'm going to... Unless Mage Hand can open up a small hole to the outside. I'm not sure if it can.
Sadly, it cannot. There's a lot of rumble in between.
Okay. Then I am going to shoot three blasts towards it to try and see through the rubble, even if a small bit, out to the open sky.
You turn towards there and hoping to do some damage enough to break the area. However, 1, 2, 3 bursts of energy, no matter the damage, they are not enough to create an opening for line of sight. As from the other side, both Sadrix and Vala are trying the same process to try and get an opening, but it's just too much. It takes quite the effort to do so. And the guy's Regulus.
Regulus is going to just put his hands to his side and hope that well, he knows what's going to happen, so he's going to use the Raven Cloak to vanish in Poofy Feathers back over here again.
Oh, see you.
Snowsong Spirit is up next. Goel?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
It's gonna do 20 feet away and then 20 feet into him. Again, charge attack.
That hits.
It's a crit. Oh my god. Do I double the charge damage as well?
Pretty much. So it's 1d6 extra. And you go for Snowsong.
Oh, that's it.
Snowsong jumps towards there as the Behira stricken down and in horrible spot. Any attack could potentially bring it down. The creature breathes, prepares to breathe, lightning appears onto its bow as it prepares to unleash it. But that is correct. I'll make a strength saving throw. Makes the saving throw, but instead of firing it, it yells out in Draconic. The little of you and the sun step away as it prepares. Its hold action is if anyone takes a hostile action to breathe lightning. So will first Snowsong take an opportunity attack because it's starting to move, so it goes one at a time.
I mean, I know, but Snowsong is not really.
We don't know
Smart.
Draconic, just play. Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
still, however, conveyed that the creature is trying to survive. It doesn't seem hostile, more so protecting, so
And-
it is
and
entirely
also
up to you.
Did Regulus scream out something?
He's been telling it to
What?
stop, and Jethro said that it's
Oh,
walking
Regulus
away.
was saying stop. So
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
talking
you can
about
use it.
Snowsong. Maybe Goel might be persuaded to stop.
Entirely up to you, Goel.
yeah, that's totally up to you. I mean, we don't know what the dog's going to do.
I just thought you just asked a question.
Yeah, no, I did ask the question because I wanted to know for Judas's part as well.
Okay. So if people are gonna not be happy with if Snowsong attacks, it can be fine if I don't. I mean, that's absolutely okay.
Oh no, do what you want, Mike.
Do
no,
what
no,
Snowsong would
we're
do.
trying to yeah, do what Snow. What we're doing, what we were asking is, we wanted to know as well because I needed to know as well is like what information we have, and then think what would my character do and just do it. Yeah, same with Snowsong. Only you know what Snowsong
Would
do.
a dog, if it saw its owner be eaten by a bear, not attack the bear?
Yeah, exactly. I agree with. It's like We don't know how smart Snow Song is either, so I don't understand. I don't know if Snow Song knows intentions or not, but yeah, go for
It's
gold,
your
mate.
call,
What do you know?
Goel, either
Yeah,
way.
yeah, it's your character. Go.
The creature moves to the side as Snowstorm will take a bite and dealing high slashing damage, not bringing it down, but the creature will instantly miss its breath. So, Judas, Goel, and Snowsong, the three of you need to make dexterity saving throws.
Yep.
Just doing it so in a line.
Yep. All good. Dexterity rules.
Snowsong does have resistance to it, though still takes 31 points of damage.
He
31
survived.
for Judas and 31 for Goel, as well as the behemoth will just burst lightning towards them and tries to continue to go away. This time it is your call, Goel, if you want to take an attack against it or not. As the creature continues to backtrack.
Yeah, after that breath weapon, obviously I'm raging.
And as you take 31 points of damage, Goel, how do you want to do this? I guess 15 because you have resistance as well.
Yeah. Hold on. I mean, it's 13. Right? No, it's whatever. 7 damage because I have temp HP. Goel is going to see Snowsong try and bite the dragon's leg, and it's succeeding. And then the serpent just looks back and breathes on Judas, Goel, and Snowsong. Snowsong taking a lot of the damage. Goel will angrily throw or hurl his warhammer right at the face or the mouth of the serpent where the breath came. And he threw it so powerfully that it just went inside the mouth and came out the other side. I know I didn't throw, but I just wanted to give it a little flavor. And he's just gonna go up there to the head and try and yank it off. It's not his turn. I can't move.
As the Behir will collapse after the attack as it tries to move back and will perish from that attack. As initiatives are off.
Mission success. It's dead.
Interesting creature. Though it did seem a bit sad at the end.
Can everyone see in here? Nathaniel says.
I mean, I can see a little bit in your circle thing.
Same goes for me. The Dragonborn will speak. My vision is not situated for caverns like those.
Go ahead and whisper another prayer to the Moon Maiden and give Jethris and Aymar Eyes of Night.
I appreciate.
Wow.
Dripping with wounds and blood dripping down. I just will walk over to Regulus and looks at him and says, how does Regulus look at the moment? Interesting thing.
Like his character art.
No, what I mean, reaction-wise, considering the situation. I don't know what your reaction like. Upset.
Like
not
his
upset,
character
but-
art. He looks as pissed as his character art.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see your character. Oh, that spoils the.
He looks
I-
mad.
So he looks mad. Just keep that in mind. I can't see. It's like So Judas kind of looks at him and says, yeah, I'm not quite sure what that was and why it was trying to kill us, but it was did you understand its words at the end or something? Because all we could feel is its jaws and its lightning upon our bodies.
No, I could not understand it. I understood at the end.
I mean, I did say that it was taking one more bite and then it left.
Yeah. One more bite and then it left.
Yeah, it
It's
took a
almost
big old
like
bite
Sam
out of me.
taking one more.
It was very kind of it
Yeah.
to take one more big old bite out of me and then stop trying to kill us.
Oh, was it trying to stop killing?
So
I didn't
kind.
feel
It
like
will-
it shot a lightning bolt through my body, but it is just unfortunate that such a situation had to arise in the first place. I don't even know why it wanted to kill us in the first place anyway. I was shocked seeing it here, seeing it here, and the moment it started to open its mouth on us.
Nathaniel pulls one of the spell gems out of his pocket and concentrates on the gem for a moment as he releases the stored spell. And Regulus, Judas, Imar, Goel, Snowsong, and Jethris all get 11 points of magical healing.
If someone else needs it, I'm good on health.
You might as well take it. I'm close to full myself, so.
Okay.
Erner will move up forward and first will stop and hold seeing Nathaniel unleashing powerful magic from the gemstone and nod in appreciation of that. You seem to know of those creatures. He speaks towards Regulus. I have no idea of what those are or what they will to be doing, but surely they did not seem favorable to me and our lizard folk friend. Forgive me for not remembering names. He looks towards Jethros, still new to me.
Does Regulus know what those are?
Make me, I guess, a religion or history check, Regulus.
Both are equally shit.
Good luck.
Oh,
Jethro says
I was like,
that
I can know what it is out of character, but I don't know what it is in character.
Jethros, you can also make me a history or a nature check.
sure, I'll try.
Regulus, to the extent of your knowledge, is that those creatures are creations of storm giants. That you know of. Goel, go ahead.
There's a D4 on that.
I was gonna say it was a good prey, but we bested it. Do not feel sorry for it. It started the transgression.
I seem to remember curing a wereshark who attacked me first,
Got a good point.
but I might be forgetful. And Regulus is just gonna turn away.
Yeah, it was a fucking egg eater. Giants made those things that kill people like us. Well, not like you guys. Me and Irnar over here.
Shall we continue?
4.
Can I inspect the door, Kazan?
Go ahead. Make me an investigation check.
I was actually not going to touch the door and just use perception to see if I notice anything.
It's the same thing. You don't have to touch to use investigation, more so keeping an eye to the to what you have in front of you, interacting with it.
In that case, then I'll call Jethris over. Say, Jethris, I'm going to check the door.
Sure. Jethris is gonna run his fingers along the edges and see if there's any like tripwires or gaps where something might spill out.
Go for it. Then Nathaniel, as well, you can make me a perception check, more so to try and figure out if you can hear something from the other side, if that is something that works for you, or what you wanted to do as part of all that. As Jethro, you will take a quick look towards there to try and see how the how the door is formed and whatnot. It appears that the door is unlocked as you take a quick look towards it, and it doesn't seem to be tied to a mechanism that should trigger upon entering. Though you do notice that there are mechanisms in place to forcefully solve or shut the door close if needed be. Mechanics that are not not able to be used or piloted from operated from that side.
Well, we should be able to just walk on in, but after that, this thing can shut right behind us. I don't know what would trigger that, but that's what it is.
So should we open it or no?
Well, it's not going to blow up if we open it. I think we're fine on that end. It's just once we go inside, try not to step on anything suspicious, or it might close.
Okay. I'll open the door. Does it? I mean, how does this door open?
As there is a massive door handle in front of it, like a circle in there.
Is this like a giant-sized door, or is this like
Pretty
a human
much.
door? Pretty much a giant-sized door. Okay.
Yep. And the whole temple in here, you can definitely tell that it is able to fit a stone giant through it.
Okay. I'll try to open it. See if I'm strong enough to open it.
Wait. Did you just say enough to feed a storm giant?
Fit.
As in pass through there.
Fit.
As I think you should be able to just click on it, Nathaniel, and it opens. It will take a little bit from your strength in order to do so, because you're not the most strong, the strongest character there is. But with using your weight in order to do so, you do manage to just open the door towards you.
I don't step through the lintel. I just open it, heeding the words of Jethros.
The door opens towards you slowly as they reveal an inner chamber, a smaller room, and a similar door to the other side without the door handle on the outside, indicating that it is opening from the other way around, as at first sight that is. As the door opens towards there, you can tell that it requires, in moments of stress, it would require obviously a strong character to open the door. You did have the time right now, so there was not much of a point for rolling. As into that room, you see two small springs and fountains of water that seem to be continuously pouring and have a soft current of water towards there. There is, however, a certain smell and a stench in the area, something foul, something rotten. From the right side, from the right spring, that is, you can see steam emanating, making it lightly obscure towards there and spreading a foggy texture on top of the water, potentially extremely hot water or something like that. Before we move inside the room, we'll take our quick 10-minute break right now, and we'll be back for the rest.
Okay. So it's just FYI, cousin. Checking
Okay.
that thing, it's interesting. Don't know. It's kind of weirdly weirded. I think it just basically we just use them as individual from each other. That's basically better. It seems like it can stack, but stacking it just basically does exactly the same thing.
Which one?
Oh,
Only word in your order, or?
Yeah, because technically it says gives the character who you touch. So it gives Jeffrey, so for example, resistance to all damage taken, and I take the same amount of damage. right?
Oh,
And then
I
if
see
I
how you
use my
mean.
and then if I use my ability to take his damage, because see, it's not an action to it just happens, so it's
I
not an
think it's the
action.
same thing because both trigger at the same time. So
Yeah, but
he
that's what I'm
gets
saying. No, no, no.
resistance, you get half the
But
damage.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter in that sense unless he has another resistance built in.
Yeah,
Then it
that is
becomes
correct.
half. But if otherwise, it's just either I leave it be or I take the damage as full, because him taking half damage and then me taking that half damage and then taking his half damage is anyway full damage.
That is correct. Pretty much, you with the warding ball, you have the choice of either let him take half damage and you take the other half, or just take it all you with your reaction. That is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Take a quick 10-minute break and be
Yep.
back for the next. I'm back.
Huh?
Hello. Yeah. I could literally just point out, I cannot. I suddenly saw there's a, because I'm guessing with the tokens and stuff, I could see the dark band now below the pink hair Regulus, but I could definitely not see you. Like, can't you see my character's face? I'm like, no, come on, man.
And before Regulus is not back yet, so.
No, I know you can't see it, but I was half hoping that Kaz would blow up the image to see it, but he didn't. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was actually waiting for that. There we go. Okay, see, that is angry Regulus. Okay, I can see he's a little bit pissed. But you guys do understand that I kind of feel like we just killed the watchdog to something bigger and badder.
I guess.
yeah, the Stormlord.
Yeah. Oh, the Stormlords, or the Stormlord's avatar, or the Stormlord's cleric daddy.
Well, not really good news because that was my last rage.
I think that's great news.
Oh,
Not to be that guy, but
I got two. No. I used the rage previously, and I only get 2 rages, so I have 1 rage left. Because rage is only reset on long rest, right?
That is correct.
Yeah,
Gonna
so I have
take
1 rage left.
Take the longbow and be a ranger. Good luck, guys.
Time
Do
to
the
hunt.
ranger thing. Don't worry, Judas will do the whole banzai.
Jethers will tank.
Oh no, I am dying to say that. Just to do a quick check, I think I've heard everyone by now being back. Nathaniel, are you ready to go as well?
Yeah, I'm back.
I'm sorry. I just imagine you get this to a certain point. If Judas does this enough, Jeffrey starts thinking that his genie or something is looking after him. He's just invincible. Or just think of that character kind of combination with this guy.
Jethers already thinks
With
he's the
such a
best.
talented-
I mean, he already escaped a Baylor easily.
Yeah, but you get my drift. I'm just thinking that would make an interesting character interaction of Redemption Paladin. He constantly takes damage, and his friend is oblivious. He's like, "Why do you always look so bad after the fightings? I just took a fist from a dragon
I
in the
said
face.
thank
Look, I look perfect."
Jethers said thanks.
Going back to it, I
Mm.
think, Jeff, you wanted to use the bell branch or not? Just to keep an eye to it.
Yeah, smelling the rotting air, Jethris is going to assume Nathaniel's just holding the door open for him and will peek inside. And I'd like to ring, 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 ring the little bell branch, seeing the steam.
At the very edge of the reeds, as you got to just consume a little bit of energy, and the magic of the wound starts to envelop a certain area, allowing you a certain aspect of divination and foresight. The bell branch turns and forces your arm towards the side to the right, towards there, as you sense an elemental presence from there, but not a strong one, faint one.
But there's something in that steam, guys.
Good, then maybe I can reason with it.
That'd probably be best. Hopefully it doesn't bite me.
Regulus will move over towards that point. And
Make me a perception check, Regulus.
I will look with my special eyes. Actually, not bad.
You see in front of the steam in front of you that's rushing out from the spring down here. It seems to take nearly humanoid appearances. A humanoid silhouette, as it is blurry as it might be, it shifts and melds with the steam around it. A small, but still, a creature made entirely out of steam though its appearance is alarming, seems to be standing towards there, hands crossed, looking down towards the lot of you. As you're able to meet its gaze, it is surprised and looks towards you. Regulus, make me a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Mm,
Okay.
reason with this.
Regulus, you
Uh,
take a single point of fire damage as the creature charts your eyelids more so, just faintly, a little bit, as it stands towards there, and you hear a faint cackling from it.
It got you.
Regulus will wipe away the I guess the water, that's the condensation that's on his face now. Thanks for the steam bath. Now, are you going to play nice?
The creature speaks, once again blocked by the language barrier, in primordial, especially oral.
Do I need to?
You hear Goel as I'll get to you that right after. You will hear the creature speaking in the tongue of the elements. Kneel down before the king of this chamber, as it is what it said. Kneel down before Buff.
It's asking you to kneel before it.
Okay. Regulus will kneel.
A smile appears onto the face of the creature as it looks toward you. The steam moves with it as it quickly envelops and surrounds Regulus, but not harming him at all. Jethros, do make me a perception check.
Oh, okay.
You take a quick moment and you notice that there are a number of pressure plates around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to be exact.
Whispers to Goel. Watch your step. Points at the pressure plates.
Also, Judas turns around and looks at the Dragonborn. What is he doing?
You see it, they're having moved back towards there. Is everyone okay? Are you hurt? Speaking onto the other side, as Vala and Satrix will both convey that they're fine. It just seems that it has collapsed and it's going to take them a little to get out of that debris.
Oh, okay. He's with them. Okay, I didn't see the token. So it looks like almost like he was walking back and I was like,
No.
why are you doing? Oh, Judas would have recognized something. Is he just?
Also keeping an eye there as the Mephit in front will look towards Regulus and speak once again. That is an acceptable gesture. And nods towards him.
Regulus
The
will,
eyes of the Mephit will... go ahead, Regulus, I'll continue after.
Regulus will stand up and say, "Can we please play to this place's ways, and not try to kill everything on our way through?"
Sure, if it doesn't take a chunk out of me, I guess that's fine with me.
The creature looks a little bit closer towards Regulus, unable to understand what it is saying, keeping an eye towards him.
Goel will tell the Mephit. It's a Mephit, right?
Yeah,
Or whatever it
a
is.
steam method.
That we will comply with its demands.
Excellent. I shall then collect my tribute to allow passage further below. It stands for a moment, curious, as it is inspecting the whole out of the group. Goel, do make me an insight check.
Oof, I'm not very good at those. Insight.
Truly, the creature's ways, it is catching you off guard, and also primordial is something that you weren't taught. It seems that you are able to just speak the language by heart, as if some connection with you allows it. It feels nearly magical to you. The method looks towards you. I shall collect my tribute then, but you do look unlike the others. Strange creatures, all of you are.
It'll tell the party. It requires a tribute.
Hmm. Well, what's tribute?
You can look at the Mephit. What is the tribute? Goel is very annoyed, by the way, the whole thing. He would rather kill this thing, not be a translator.
Shining rocks, polished ones, the ones that are found to the depths. Those are the preferable tributes that King Puff accepts. But King Puff will also tolerate rare and exotic plants, fungi that grow in humid environments.
Goel will translate.
Fungus.
I was gonna say it requires fungus and your valuables.
Hmm.
Or we could kill it and break the door open.
What a
Your
quandary.
choice.
Question. This thing just spat in
Go ahead.
Regulus's face as like a joke. Does it seem like it's trying to like get a laugh out of us at all when it's introducing these requirements?
Make me an insight, however, unable to convey the language.
Yep.
I'll assume it is a disadvantage, but go for it.
Mm-hmm. Where is it? Oh my gosh, I'm so terrible at this, guys. I'm sorry. 13.
It's not hard to read the method, and especially this one, as it has a certain degree of elegance to itself. You can definitely tell that this creature seems to have an overconfident, nearly bossy idea of itself. And it seems, I'll leave it with a 13, I'm more okay with that. You can tell that this is very hypersensitive when it comes to all of this. It is very delicate, threading the needle. It doesn't have much of a tolerance, but it doesn't seem to be toying with you or laughing at you, something like that. It also seems that it has taken, this is its chamber, and this room belongs to it.
Okay.
Not any misleading or misguiding from the creature itself.
Then Jethris will pull out a scroll from a scroll case and will say, Here I have a page of arcane knowledge, very valuable in cities and trails alike. Please take it as offering. I will offer a scroll of sanctuary.
The creature looks at it, looks back at Goel. I assume, Goel, you are translating what Jethro said, right?
Sure.
Goel, make me a persuasion check. I guess you can have advantage because Jethro is aiding you, but you have to do the selling of that item.
Jethros will also
You have to do
whisper
that.
to Goel, "Come on, you got this, man." For Bardic Inspiration.
You can add a d8 if you will, Goel. Roll 2 and keep higher, or keep the d8 if you will to use it later. Your call. That's a 24. The Mephit flies quickly close towards Jethros, but halts at last moment, and then slowly grabs the scroll. This is not shiny. This is not exotic or rare. Plant, but it is an acceptable offering, and it will start dropping the scroll all together before flying behind. As it does so, it stands for a moment and looks towards Regulus, back towards Goel, back towards Jethros. Its eyes turn towards Goel. You do not have that symbol. And you can see with its hand making circle motion, nearing a imaginary center of it, like a spiral sorts.
What? What symbol? What?
Pretty much with its finger, it just starts making circles, always smaller. The next one smaller than the previous one, like a spiral, like a whirlpool, like a vortex, like something like that.
Towards me?
Pretty much, as it said that you do not have it. Confused more than surprised.
I think he's talking about the holy symbol I wear. And you're all not wearing one.
I did not translate what he just said. You don't know what he said.
I'm referring to the circles and the circle of my amulet when he looks at me.
The regulars, you look down into the amulet, Goel, you are very perceptive, and you've seen Regulus item. The symbols do not look alike. What I described in Regulus' holy symbol.
Well, raises an eyebrow. Something has changed about you.
This is on Regulus or the method? I'm
Regulus.
confused. I think Regulus.
Regulus.
Okay. Yep.
I'm in the temple dedicated to a god that has given me any amount of my abilities.
Okay.
I am attempting to keep on the side of that being.
What did he say? The method speaks towards you, Goel. Translator, speak for me.
I do not understand. In Primordial, he's gonna say the method. I do not understand what this creature is trying to say either. It speaks of a god and a temple that we are in.
The method starts thinking as well. I know not of any god in this place, only of the summoner.
What do you mean? Who's this summoner?
Summoners. Many. Call onto our planes imbue our essence inside this building, fortress, keep, hideout. I cannot tell. They speak not of a god, they speak only of an eye.
I'm gonna go back to it, Regulus. Actually, before I do it, I'll go to the method and say, I will translate to them what you said. And then I'm gonna go to Regulus and translate. Goel is very new to this, by the way, as you can tell. Says, the method speaks of an eye, but no gods in this temple. It also speaks of summoners.
Did you ask who summoned it?
No. Who summoned you?
I was brought here by the dark-dressed ones, the ones with a symbol.
The same symbol on this one.
What is that symbol? It looks towards regular symbol, but does not recognize it. Ah! After a moment, its eyes give it a closer examining look. I think I've seen this symbol around some of those caverns in here. Yes. I think I've seen it once. Don't know to what it belongs. But it is there.
This is not a temple of your deity. Look at telling Regulus. This is. Maybe it used to be. Your symbol is barely seen here. As this method says. Seen it before, but it's not prominent.
Go.
Yeah.
Judas kind of looks outside, looks inside, looks at the door, and all these things. He says, "I don't know if you're all aware of my father and all these things, but this kind of looks like a prison. He would put guard dogs at the entrance that would go inside and outside. Dogs that's specifically tailored to what would be inside. Maybe this isn't a temple, but actually a prison keeping something in here. And considering what we just fought, we might not want to open that door."
Inner will speak to that, saying, that may make some sense. It also, and looks towards Rails, explains why there were runes and traps onto the entrance, those elementals that were summoned to keep even devout followers away.
And the fact that the symbols are being worn away, what is the immediate would be what is like Judas kind of painfully stretches. He says, "What do you think it might be? Her get? I've heard of her whispers of her name before, but I think she's the one that you're." And he looks at Inar, your patron hates the most.
Gonna look at the method and say, who summoned you?
I do not know thy name. I was not the target of the summoning. Lord Buff found a way into this plane, and we're binding creatures into runes a small rift appeared in my dimension, in my kingdom, and King Puff seized it to explore new worlds. Into the pillars they bounded the bigger the bigger creatures of my kin. King Puff remained unnoticed and moved away. They respect King Puff, those in the temple, and provided with tributes. And King Puff keeps an eye to the chamber.
What is behind this door?
King Puff halts for a moment. Big, dark shard. Do not know what it does, but I have seen it when the door opens. These where they lair. Sometimes bring shyness to King Puff or corpses for the watcher onto the other room. I heard its cries as it has been vanquished. Feet, I do not remember being accomplished prior.
Are we free to go through?
I shall show you the way. There, 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 and lastly there. He points at instructions on how to use those pressure plates around.
If they
Upon
activate a
following-
trap,
Go ahead.
if they activate a trap, they are pleasure plates for Judas.
We're about to find out, as I'll assume you're following directions to the letter, or...
Gee,
Yeah.
I wonder if this is going to close the door behind us.
And open the prison in front of us and expose us to some kind of dragon.
I don't think so.
The door slowly, up ahead, starts to open. Sliding towards her, you see a massive, dark shard, crystal, up in front. As King Puff retreats back to his chamber, to his throne. Up and ahead, you can see another door. However, this one seems to carry a rune on it, a glyph, a magical one on it. It has a symbol of a fist, a closed fist, and surrounding it, sigils of transmutation magic. Over to here, that is, in case that this wasn't clear.
Yeah, guys.
Is this water right here? Like, is this accurate? Is there water going towards the door?
That is true, though you can tell that by the ripple that it makes, it is moving through the door,
Yeah.
but there isn't that much of a decline over there, and it is funneling behind as if it is getting washed ashore. Over here is pretty much the shoreline.
I kind of the feeling it's like I'm looking at these things on the floor and I'm going, is this a misdirection or not?
Looks like it sprung a leak over there, Regulus. Points at the door.
Is it the water like it's coming out of the door?
It looks like it's going in.
In and out, as if it's the shoreline of sorts.
Oh.
Judas points to this area here and says, "It seems there's some kind of this. Does this look like it's been excavated? Like it's part of the general structure, or is this like it looks like something
It
bored
is part
into
of the
here?"
general structure, and you can see around here. I'll give you even a more proper description. You can see around here, onto the walls and the covers, there are some faint depictions around. The air is thick, thicker than usual in this place, and you can certainly hear and feel wind funnel around the area as if a strong wind is rushing and like a gale inside the area. The more you venture further, Judas, the more the deeper the water becomes, and at a certain point, you are certain well enough uh, sure that you will not be able to walk, but you will be forced into swimming into the area. As you continue to look around there, Nathaniel, you can sense that there is at least an extra presence around the air, though you cannot put your finger at it. If you will, you can make me a perception check. You do have advantage on those, that is. As in front of you, Regulus and Goel, you see this massive shard of what appears to be glass. Dark, however, and coarse. Though your eyes able to see nearly everything, Nathaniel, you won't be able to actually spot a creature, but you will be able to tell that there is at least a number of presences, a couple at the very least, around the area. It is more of this gut feeling. You are able to tell that there is something around, there is something watching, there's something in the nearby vicinity, as if the air itself does not feel as friendly as you would have possibly wanted. It's not a welcoming room, that is for sure.
Regulus is gonna look to this shard. Does it seem like it's any specific material?
You can make me a nature check. Goel was there earlier on. If I don't know if I think Goel has actually proficiency nature check. If you want to aid one another and one can roll with advantage, or you can roll, I leave it entirely up to the two of you.
I'd much rather him do it. Well, never mind.
He has a minus now, one. So.
I also have a -1.
Whoa, what you looking
Not
at there,
very
Reg?
smart.
You want some help with that?
I want to know if this is what I think it is, although I don't feel anything.
Well, what do you think it is?
I've heard tales of a black stone that is not great, and it would be a very not good thing to see here. But I don't think it's what it is.
Certainly looks black. I could help you out looking at it if you want.
If you could, please.
Go ahead, Zephyrus, make me a nature check. Regulus,
Oh.
also make me a history check.
I thought
This is
I was
abnormal.
helping him.
History check is for
Alright.
you. No. Zephyrus, you're doing the nature with advantage because he's aiding you. This is for a different thing in regards to his reference, just to provide extra information if you need.
Oh.
Two different things, and I'll explain right away. Regulus, your suspicions at the first ring through, you see that here, and with what you've seen, it alarms you for a moment. However, not much of an ambient threat as you've seen already, and based on the tales that you have heard of that specific stone, it is much more slimy, as it leaves a bile, a liquid texture. Jethros, what is in front of you? It's actually glass. As if, in the same way that if lightning hits the sand, it creates glass onto the area and creates this erratic appearance of the forked lightning before it hits the ground and spreads into different spots. The dark color and the dark hue of it, however, it is abnormal, and surely There is no way that in that spot that you were, a lightning came from all the way up above. After all, the cavern above you does not look excavated. Some sort of magic, some sort of summoning, some sort of ritual must have taken place in here. Or lightning, perhaps, or something alike.
Scaly brow raise. I guess it makes sense for a temple. Like, do you usually have these? Like, where you guys worship, Reg? It looks like a thunder crash, but I don't see how it could have reached here.
Temples to the Stormlord they're not common.
It might be something to do with the summoning, man. Whatever
Well,
that little thing's talking about.
Judas calls out, I'm seeing something here. Did you already see this girl?
Hmm.
Girl,
Over
did you see
towards
this?
there, Judas, to also give some description what lies further up ahead as you move up forward. It seems that there are a number of different plants in the area, from some roots, some lichens, some grass, all of them of some aquatic nature.
And what seems to be another door, right?
Yes.
Ah, so you did see this. Interesting. Something to open, not to open, you think?
I don't know. What's your
That's
god
right.
telling you, Reg?
Nothing. I don't know what you mean.
I don't know. I mean, you're the godly
Girl,
one.
girl, behind onto the door over there that you were, do make me an arcana check.
And do I have to?
I mean, if you don't want to, you can just neglect it and move along. As
I know I'm gonna fail. Oh, okay, that's not bad.
somehow, it seems that today you are the only knowledgeable person, Goyle. As you stand towards there, and you can tell that this is transmutation magic, similar to an ongoing enhanceability. Should one wanted to open the door, it is for a giant size. However, just putting their hands onto the door, one should have enough strength to open it via the use of this glyph. Nathaniel, go ahead, because you wanted as well to speak of a few things. I see you're moving around. You probably wanted to do an investigation of your own.
Actually, I was gonna check this over here and see if there's a way to swim underneath it.
Make me a perception check, Nathaniel. Nathaniel, this is in fact, as you look around, you see the outline of faintly a secret door.
Did I also find the means to open the door, like a latch or something?
Pretty much the door you're able to open it. However, it isn't the size of a human, not the size of a giant. That is.
There seems to be more of this brackish water through here. I call out. And I see another door.
Hmm.
The door makes swift noise once Nathaniel pushes it towards there. However, the water does muffle it quite a bit. Goel, make me a perception check as well.
All right.
Everyone is on different sides, so it's a little bit, I'm trying to keep track of everyone. In order to keep track of all things, do roll me initiatives. This is not for fight or anything, more so to keep a track of everyone, so I can have you on the initiative table and go with that. Should the combat arise, we'll just drop initiatives and roll again. So don't use any inspirations or anything like that. It's more so for me to keep an eye to. As Goel, with a passive perception of 15, as you were standing in front of the door, you will hear magical energy surging from behind the door as well. I do not see Judas on the initiative. I guess I can roll for him and
Oh no, I'm here. I'll roll. We'll just.
it's okay. It's not for combat. It's more so for me to keep an eye so I can go investigating with everyone. But yeah.
I'm at the far end. I'm just stroking coral and bleeding all over the place. Normal things.
More than fine. I'll tend to what in a moment. I'll tend to you, Judas, see what your findings in there is. As Nathaniel, you are. I'll tend to you first, and whatever research it is that you yourself want to.
My turn can be
undertake.
finding the secret door. We can let the next person go.
Okay, I'll turn to Judas then, who is right after us. Judas, in front of you, I said earlier on, there are a number of curbs, some roots, some lichen, some grass, and some coral in front of you. That has a dark brown seaweed attached to it.
Interesting. Dark brown seaweed attached to it. I'm looking at the floor patterns and the rock pieces and everything. Not sure if it means anything.
You can make me a
But you
survival check.
survival. Well, we'll see if the mistress grants me any insight on this, seeing as it will be a simple d20. Middling roll, 70% average.
This area that you find yourself was at some point submerged underwater, and all of those herbs and plants into the area surely come from an aquatic background, those that can thrive in such areas. You yourself are not skilled in herbalism. However, people that are skilled to that might be able to ensure or suggest more of the properties of those organisms and plant life. That is.
So Judas will sighs. It seems like a test of some kind of herbal thing. So I'm just going to talk to probably somebody like Nathaniel or Gael, and they probably know more. And I'll start walking towards their direction as an action or action, say.
More than fine, as Irner is standing around in here as well, trying to assist as much as he can. He seems more so, not obsessed, but definitely keeping his eyes onto this dark side of glass in front of him, touching, not doing anything, more so just keeping an eye towards it. This feels weird, he will say as he's standing around. Goel, I'll shift to you for a moment. Goel?
Gonna go in.
Where to?
Inside this room. Secret room.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna walk a little bit, see the door, see whatever this thing is. There's an eyebrow. And can I walk to this door and try and open it?
Sure. In front of you, you will notice a rather big stone sarcophagi. That would fit the name, the size of a giant creature, huge creature.
I can keep going, or
If you want to do something extra minor, feel free to do so.
yeah, I'm gonna. Can I have Snowsong go on my turn as well?
Sure.
Yeah, he's gonna accompany me right here. And I'm just gonna walk up to this area. Try and investigate this. Snowsong shakes off the water. Even though there's no water on him because he's rocks. That's it.
Jethris,
Um,
shifting to you for the moment.
I'd actually like to swap turn order with Regulus if that's possible. I think Jethris is
More
just
than fine.
Jethris is just taking Regulus's lead because he's God Boy right now.
More than fine. So go ahead, Regulus, and Jethris will follow.
Regulus is gonna, and I assume did Goel go off into the next chamber?
Yerp.
This is the spooky secret chamber that doesn't look like it fit giants at all, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling
Correct.
something is corrupting this place,
What tipped
or
you
has
off?
changed it. We need to stop whatever it is.
Sure thing.
I'm gonna move in here, and then I don't have to go by my movement, right?
Yeah, we're not moving with that.
Excuse me, Nate.
And then in here, seeing anything?
In front of you lies a massive sarcophagi, one fitting for a giant. There is
Shit.
giant writing on it.
Looks like giant.
Moving closer towards it, you can discern the name of the artist or the creator of that sarcophagi, Gwyneth, with a mark of the stone in giant kind attached to it.
Hmm.
It is the resting place of the storm giant known as Thorgar.
Hmm.
Don't recognize the name or anything, do I?
Neither of those ring a bell for you.
Does there seem to be anything in this chamber that suggests not good stuff, other than
Yeah, what's this indentation right here?
Just ripples of the water as they spread
Okay.
around the room. That is, you are technically swimming right now
Oh.
up to your. The water goes all the way up to your shoulders, but up to that point.
I'm going to, I guess, just reach down towards the cast of the tomb and just channel lightning into my hand to both either pay respects and see if there's any effect.
Hmm.
None at all. You use a little bit of your energy to try and see if there is something like a presence nearby. One thing that you could potentially awaken. Make me an investigation check, Regulus.
Mm-hmm.
Jethris helps, I suppose. So I'm just following him around.
That's more than fine with me.
Could I just have Jethros roll?
Oh my god.
No.
You're the one
All right,
who
fine.
zapped it, bro.
You burst a little bit of electricity towards the regulars, and you use a little bit of your energy to try and see if you can commune or contact or beseech whatever entity spirit could lie inside there. However, the crackling light just seeps into the sarcophagus using the water as a current, and it just arcs inside, letting you at least under the impression that the sarcophagus itself is empty.
I'm sure Thorgar would have really liked that, Drake.
Hello, where is everybody?
This
Yeah, Mar, where is it? Where are they?
Huh?
I talk to
I'll
the
get to you
Dragonborn as
there.
I come. No,
I'll
just,
turn to
I just,
be this I say.
just calling out.
sarcophagus is empty, which is maybe unsurprising. I guess if I could do anything else, I'll try to open up this door.
I'll keep with you regulars over to here. I'll shift to Jeffers if you want to do something extra, so I can attend to others as well to keep it.
Yeah, hearing that,
sharing.
Jethers is gonna look for drag marks as if whether it's empty because the person hasn't died yet, or whether it's empty because they left early.
If they were pulled from within, that is what you are probably wondering, right?
Yeah, if there's drag marks, just if the body left.
Make me, I guess, either an investigation or a survival check.
I will try.
By the looks of it, as you could just swim towards there and look a little bit inside from the small cracks that exist around the texture and the volume of this massive item. It seems that the sarcophagus is completely empty there. There isn't any sign that it was pillaged, that it was broken, that it was raided, or anything like that. There are surely a lot of items missing from there, and usually those would be offerings than what would take with them on their last sleep, that is. But up to your investigation, up to your knowledge, it feels more so that nobody was there. Never has somebody been there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything was fucking in your Regulus. And you can move on to the next person.
Nathaniel, you're up next. Nathaniel?
Oh, yeah, sorry. 27 feet of movement will get me to there.
Keep in
I
mind,
will
I'm
call.
not taking into account how much movement you have. It's more so to just turn to your character if you want to do something. So you don't have to play
Oh.
by this is how much movement I have, this is what I can do.
Okay. In that case, then I will move down here and ask Jethris if he has, and Regulus if they have inspected that door.
That is the one, yes.
Nope.
You can have a look. We're just gonna go through.
I'll take a look at I'll listen at the door, make a perception check, and listen and see if I can hear anything on the other side.
Go for it.
And then I'll step out of the way.
You put your ear towards there and try to understand, to hear, or try to find out what's going on. And the water onto the other side is muffling nearly everything. But nearly is the key word for this. As you keep your ear towards there, from your right or to the east, you hear faintly breathing. Not as if it is coming from below you, more so from astern to here, as if there is some sort of a room or an opening somewhere there, and faintly you can hear a humanoid breathing.
Hmm. Hmm.
Anything else, Nathaniel? Nathaniel?
Yeah, that's it. Just keeping my spiritual weapon next to me, and that'll be action and bonus action.
I think the spiritual weapon has ended, right? Because it lasts for a minute?
Is it a minute or is it 10?
I could be wrong. I'll double check, but I
I'll
think it's a
double check.
minute.
I'll double check. I'll let you know.
As Judas, you turn and move closer towards the Dragonborn as he will nod towards you. They went towards there. There's an opening. As he will speak aloud. I am just keeping an eye to this. It seems unnatural. And there you go.
Indeed. Indeed. And it's just like, a happy boy. It's just a happy boy. Da, 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 da. And I walk in to see probably some sun faces and a sarcophagus. It says, "Ah, that looks like something my father used to sleep in." Everybody okay? Or were you
Yep.
sullen faces?
I don't know.
All
They're
good?
just checking out that door over there.
Okay. There's another, seems to be a giant door over to the east side. It's something to do with plants and coral, and I'm not quite sure. I'm not very knowledgeable of plants, but it seems that if somebody could identify, I think it's some kind of riddle.
Hmm. Not botanist.
Good,
Guess not.
good identifying plants, or at least differences.
I mean, I'm rehearsed in nature, but I'm not like an expert, I guess you could say.
Nathaniel, you?
I'm familiar with spellcraft, but not nature or history.
Go! Where are you? I walks step through the door and looks around. Go? Did we lose Gahol, you guys? Where's our friend? Where's our neighborhood orc?
Up. Left up.
I see him, but he seems to be intently patting Snowsong down. It seems he does not answer when I call him. Gahol!
Well, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't like
Sorry.
Judas.
Were you saying Goel? I thought you said
Yes.
you were saying girl or something.
And no, Gahul! And I was like, and as I say that, Judas turns around and sprints. And says, "Something's happening to the Dragonborn," and I'm like, just start rushing. I'll just take my movement action towards that direction, 35, and that's me.
What?
Ah. And open the door, of course. Whoop. Oh, crap. He was just here.
Huh?
Yeah, basically, Judas says something's wrong with the Dragonborn and ran that direction. He seems in it. He heard something.
Make me perception check, Judah. You look around there and there's a faint aura of magic surrounding this chamber in particular, as if some sort of spell or some sort of magic was cast.
Do I smell blood?
Not at all.
We've lost the dragon. We lost the paladin, guys. We lost the Dragonborn paladin. He was just here, and some my kind of magic just activated in this room, and that's me calling out.
Okay.
Anybody good with magic? Come and have a look.
I will when it comes to my
Maybe.
initiative.
No worries. As
Is it your initiative?
soon it is. Glenn, you're up next. If you want to do something
Yes. Where did I hear?
from behind, from where you came from.
Back here? Where everyone is?
You didn't come from here, though. You came from here.
And he didn't follow us. He just said, "What the fuck?" and then just.
Not even completed the sentence. It was cut off abrupt.
Gonna try and proceed where the water
You can make a
was.
perception check as well.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
As you turn for a moment, quickly look around, and Dragonbone is gone.
Damn.
Jeffries, I'll move a little bit faster given that the hasted nature of this, or if there is actually any hasted need. Jeffries,
Jethris simply goes to where Judas is, and hearing that there's weird magic, can I make an Arcana check to identify it?
go for it.
Okay. He feels the energy in the air and tries to discern. I'll use my my inspiration from recap
Go for
and
it.
get 3. There we go, 16.
Not that great, but not that bad. As Jeffrey, you take a quick look around the area, there is still some figment of energy, residual magic around the area over here, as some sort of abjuration or conjuration magic, you cannot be precise, lingers in the field, originating from the center of that room, from that dark shard.
Let's step away from the shard a little bit. It's like emanating abjuration shit, okay? He backs up, and that's my turn.
Regulus?
We thought we heard something outside of this door, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
At least
Or
Nate did.
Nathaniel did?
Nathaniel did, yes. Not from the other side of the door, more so to the east from there. Came from listening to the wall next to you, the whole area, perceiving in general.
Okay. Then I'm gonna open the door.
You open the door, but the water seems to even be even more into those areas around, even more rushing, even more flooding, indicating that the more you go downwards, the deeper or the more submerged this area is.
If I peek around the corner here, it doesn't seem like there's any, like, there's just wall here where he thought he heard
Pretty
it,
much.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Which
You
is
can make
odd.
a survival check if you want to try and navigate yourself or get a sense of direction from where that sound could emanate from, given that you've been a little bit around this place.
I'll try. I will inspiration that.
Go for it.
I'm going to assume a 2 is
Bad.
that's 10 higher than a 2.
You cannot locate it precisely, but it feels as if you're moving further away for a moment. The more you go downwards, the further away you get from it. As yeah, I think I cannot give you slightly more information with the 12.
I'm gonna use bonus action to sacrifice all my sorcery points and gain a 5th level back.
Just in
Which
case.
is, yeah. I guess I'll keep going. That's how far I'll get in whatever's going on.
Moving
So
away from the source of sound, but at the very least investigating what lies further beyond. And feel free to move if you want a little bit extra, Regulus. See where you want to go.
see how much is a little bit of extra.
As you continue submerging and starting to swim around here, truly the area in here does not seem nor suggest anything other than caves and caverns. This area does not have any icon or any regalia of the Stormlord, nothing that depicts its faith. As you continue to move towards there, I'll shift to Nathaniel for a moment. Nathaniel, what about you?
I'm mostly just kind of following my allies. So I guess I'd follow them into this room. Maybe follow Regulus down this corridor here, and then maybe stop short when I find this chasm.
Go for it. Make me a survival check, Nathaniel.
All right. Oh, I don't think I have advantage. I think that is just a 5.
Yep, sadly, that is only just a 5. As Nathaniel, as you swim towards there slowly, that is, but steadily, you do see a massive rift, a massive chasm, or a trench, call it how you want, that the water seems to be flowing from, indicating a breach onto this area. It seems to be going pretty deep, but that is all that I can give you with that.
Okay. But that'll be the end of Nathaniel's turn.
Judas, what are you doing?
I was not built for investigation, but I shall try my best. I'll try and see if I can track where even if there was magic used, there should be a disturbance at least regards to where the Dragonborn was standing before he disappeared.
Jethra said that the
Discoloration.
magic came from the crystal, by the way.
Yeah,
It's been a long
but
time.
I'm trying more.
I know, I'm just letting you know again. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
No, appreciate it. Yeah, no, I heard that. I was more interested in seeing where he was standing when the crystal was activated, because I'm wondering if it's.
Make a perception check, though it's nearly impossible to notice that, given that it is not entirely submerged, but flooded the area as it is.
Yeah, but because I'm not guessing, I'm guessing we rushed in just after that happened, and considering a turn is a few seconds, and the smell of magic is still in the air, Judas will be looking for any where the general area of disturbance was. Like, for example, if there's water basically going in, like when he suddenly disappears, there would be a
Yeah, I get
ripple
it. Like,
effect. Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah. I know I can't precisely where it was, but in the general direction.
You're not going to find footmarks, but you can still get an idea of
Yeah.
where they might have been. Go for it.
Exactly. Again, 70% middle. I'm middling.
You try to attune to your senses more so to keep an eye onto the area, and you put a finger up to your lips in order to hush your allies, not make a sound, to try and see anything around the area.
And as he does that, he suddenly twists and looks at this door, and he kind of puts his hand up and points towards it without saying a word. That's me.
Goel, he says, Judas points towards the door and makes a hushing gesture. The door on below. You can see the door, right? Just to make certain.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Goel's gonna hide. Snow Song behind him.
Goel moves towards there and tries to hide. Both of you can make me stealth checks. As roll me for Snowsong as well. And I assume that that is what you want for Goel. Do you want anything else for Goel? Or
No, that's it.
Jethris?
I am unsure. Judas is just pointing at the door and shushing.
That's correct. You could see my head when I was looking around. Suddenly, my head twisted to the side, looking at the door, and I put my hand to my mouth, and I'm like in a shushing gesture, and I point at the door.
Does it look like the door's been opened? From where I stand right
Nope.
here, not getting any closer.
Nope. Not at all.
I stand behind the pillar and wait for them to do whatever they're trying to do.
Keeping an eye towards it. As Regulus and Nathaniel, to the other side that you are, everything has gone extremely silent back where your allies were a moment ago.
Sorry, which?
From where your allies were, earlier on you could hear them speaking and conversing. Obviously, you weren't able to hear what they were saying, but you could hear their presence. They were not. They were somewhat loud, one could easily say. And right now, it seems to have ended. There is no sound coming from there, indicating that everything has gone silent onto the other side quite fast.
Regulus would be concerned, though wondering if maybe a door was closed and he just can't hear it. But did he see Nathaniel travel further?
Probably so.
Oh, I guess I see Nathaniel down there anyway.
Yeah.
So I'll pick the ally I still currently can see. Go over here and say, Nathaniel, did you just hear that everything went eerily quiet?
I'm not sure. Let me take a listen. And on my turn, Kazan, I will make a perception check.
You can do it right now. You're playing together. It's not technically tense. It's more so to keep an eye and give everyone equal timing. So go for it now.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm also trying to see if I still hear the breathing that I heard earlier.
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, I forgot to roll with advantage.
Good thing you have advantage.
There we go.
It seems to me that the draconic gift I've given Nathaniel does more for me than it does for him, because I could always count on Nathaniel making a perception check this way. So, but other than that, Nathaniel, truly, as Regulus said, everything has gone awfully quiet behind, and you cannot hear the breathing any longer, indicating that you have moved quite further away from the source of it. Quite a good portion.
It's odd. I don't hear it anymore. But I didn't notice anything else around the chasm, Kazan.
Nothing. Nothing that seems to be moving towards there. You might notice if some school of fists that moves into the temple and back into the depths, but nothing peculiar or alarming.
I'm gonna do this kind of loop here and see if I can find the breathing. On my turn, I'll do that.
It was
You go ahead, Regulus.
it was in the it was in the wall where basically we were at the door.
Pretty much further upwards. Given your high perception, Nathaniel, you can tell that you have gone quite further. Make me survival check, Nathaniel, quickly.
Okay. Man.
Your survivals today have not been the greatest, but I'll give you at the very least that the moment that you were over to here, you might have been able to hear it faintly against, once again, through the wall, indicating that it is from that area upwards.
It must be on the other side of that door, I say, and I'm gonna head back to this door. You said it was. Oh, is this door locked? I say
is.
to Goel and Judas.
It is. I'll give you a moment because obviously you are moving towards there. They are
Yeah.
already there. But yeah, more than fine. As I'll have you here. Yeah, that makes sense. As Regulus, I assume are you falling behind or willing to explore further from there?
Did Nathaniel go back or forward?
Backwards.
Gonna move around. If I move into sort of the center or sort of here, do I get the sense that can I see any more any
It goes
structure?
further. It goes further beyond your dark vision, and no, you do not see any structure or anything created there, like a chasm, like a massive breach into the temple's ground or the cavern underneath it.
I guess I'll move a little bit. Do I see this door over here?
Which door? Oh, that is correct, yes. But it seems stuck. It's not really a door to give you the opportunity, Regulus. It's more so as if a stone has been unhinged and kind of just blocks the path. Not really a door. It doesn't look like a structured part.
I guess I will just make my way over towards, or at least further back this way, because the temple seemed to be above this or anywhere the
On the
Storm
north from
Lords,
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
north. So I
As
guess I
Regulus
would just,
starts streaming towards there.
yeah, I'll just try and work my way through here.
Feel free to move another 40 feet and I'll keep yourself there tethered for a moment as I'll shift towards Judas for a second.
Judas kind of shows at his mouth and shows the breathing action and points at the door, but it seems locked. I will move towards it and saying I am the paladin of pain. Can I try and open it or see if it will open it? And I will carefully keep my ear towards if the breathing on the other side of the door changes when I do this.
As you're moving towards there, Judas, towards the door, there isn't any door handle or anything like that. However, you can tell that this door can be shoved potentially. There is a glyph into the center of it that has a fist and some runes around it. Not sure if you want to press that or attempt yourself. You can either attempt athletics or attempt to do that, whatever that might mean.
And does it look like a first imprint, like you need to punch it, or is it just a fist?
A fist indicating strength.
All right, Judas will press it. Wait, you only get advantage as a barbarian when you have
When you're angry.
when you actually rage to do that. So I'll just do it flat, not raging.
As Judas, you move towards there and press onto it. You're imbued with potent strength as you try to open the door. However, the glyph glows with energy and backfires straight towards you. Jethros, you can make me an Arcana check. As Judas, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Fine, I'll make an Arcana check. But I'm gonna roll a 2.
You know what? I will willingly fail that. I will stand my ground and willingly fail that and see what happens.
As you take 20 points of lightning damage, Judas. The moment that you put your hand towards it and try to press it, it backfires towards you. As Jethros, you can see it is both an inscribed magic that is the giving Judas the ability for a moment to have immense amount of strength, the bull strength as it is known, but it is also inscribed with a glyph of warding that just bursted towards Judas for 20 points of lightning damage as the door opens right behind you. Into the other side, you see a man standing there with a sphere of glowing energy in his hand, with his fingers kind of just warped in there, as the sphere onto his hand warps reality itself. And as he stands over there, you see him in a crystal, with a crystal orb in front of him, pointing towards you with a dagger. And I would like initiatives. As I said, we're not keeping the ones currently, we are rolling new ones.
By the way, you said, did I actually get do I have a bonus? Is there an actual spell effect on me, or is it just?
Yes, you have enhanced ability, strength.
Oh, what did you do? Oh, I'll Google that. No worries.
You have advantage on
strength
strength checks, and your current capacity is doubled.
That tracks. Rolled 1, and now I roll 2. Finish it. That just tracks.
Got a 19.
I'm just rolling so terrible.
It is more than fine, I guess, given that you play before the person in here. As quickly you hear a burst of lightning, Regulus. What do you do?
From whereabouts in this echoey long ass cavern?
Oh, that is correct, because you do not see. From where you are intending to go, pretty much. Move over there.
I guess I'm gonna start moving.
Very, very slowly and painfully slowly.
Painfully, you forget who's wearing Raven Queen cloak.
That's
I'm
actually
gonna.
a good thing. Because you swim at half speed, right? You don't have a swimming speed.
All right. How much am I up to my show? I'm swimming.
Yes.
Shit. I will dash, I suppose, to get up to here. And then I will bonus action 30 feet. Plume of feathers to here.
Just a handful of feet left, and then you should be able to walk. Regulus, just to keep in mind, from here onwards, you should be able to walk.
Oh, well. I still had to use my full movement to get up here anyway, so.
I know, no, just to keep an eye to. Nathaniel, you are up next.
Okay. Am I aware that people are being attacked?
You heard the burst of lightning energy coming not that far away from you, pretty much 50 feet away from you. That happened.
Okay. Let's see. 30 feet of movement gets me to here. I see this fellow down here and I call out, you must be the summoner.
You must be the dead ones, as he prepares to attack you.
That's not very nice. But I'm gonna go ahead. Gosh, you know what? I'm just gonna hit him with a Toll the Dead. We'll just do a Toll the Dead. Is he within 30 feet of me? He is not. Yeah, Toll the Dead. DC 17 Wisdom save. That's a fail. Is he damaged?
Not at all.
All right, 3d8.
Now
17.
he's them. As Nathaniel, you turn towards them and speak words of fire. No, that's not very nice. You think to yourself as you use a little bit of energy and invoke magic against them. Anything else, Nathaniel? I think that's Nathaniel's turn. As Jeffress, you are up next.
Man, you look super evil and sound super evil, so sorry if this is prejudicial. And he'll shoot him with 3 rocks that he finds floating on the water. Mineral shots. Pew, pew, pew.
2 of those hit.
Cow. For 12.
Potent amount of damage as you turn towards them and blast them with energy. Anything else, Jeffress?
Judas is right there, so Jethris will shift his position to get right over here next to the door and scream at Judas. He just inspires him. I don't fucking know, man. After he just got himself zapped.
Teach him about your mistress.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Tell me, teach the guy about your mistress.
I'm gonna go up to this guy.
Wait,
Cat.
didn't you say that you're gonna be attacking with longbow only? What's going on, Goyle? Did you lie to me?
I
Okay.
lied. Hunter's mark. I lied.
Go for it.
Alrighty. I don't know why I rolled damage. I'm going to attack this guy recklessly. Favorite enemy, correct?
He's a humanoid.
Is that hit?
That hits.
It's a big hit. Second attack.
That hits as well.
And that's
For
my
a
turn.
potent mauling as Goel just runs straight toward them and starts assaulting them. Both strike as the person stands right in front of you. Goel, after getting hit twice, his eyes turn towards you as you hear in the back of your head whispers, eldritch thoughts. As I need you to make me wisdom saving throw, Goel. This gibbering that never ends continues.
Barely.
As you do not take any damage from that, as just by being near him, you can hear words that he himself seems to be aware of. He looks towards you, Jeffress, who had a quick line against him and speaks, "Good, evil, what does it matter? When the words come to an end." And he will move up to here and take an opportunity attack. Girl, you can do so.
With advantage, right? Because I'm still reckless.
I think this is normal because reckless only lasts for your turn. Yes.
My
Yes,
turn.
this is
Well, doesn't
your
matter
turn.
because I crit.
Wow,
Oh.
Goala. Why are you like this? But yeah, that hits obviously.
Oh my god, the rolls.
Is that the
Scary.
the dragon
It's
thing
one or
too?
the other, my friend. It's one or the other. Warren.
It's not. That's the offhand attack.
Darn.
Nonetheless, the warlock will move towards there and grab a dagger that has some symbols attached and etched to it. Speaking straight towards it, you can see this spiral that was mentioned earlier on at the very base of its hilt, Goel. Minions of the Stormlord, to my aid! He speaks aloud as he will then, as he has already moved. Give me just a second. As he's standing towards there, he will turn towards you, Goel, and up towards Nathaniel and into the distance and invoke his magic through the dagger. And that is a terrible one. But alas, to hear, hitting Jethros, Snowsong, Nathaniel, and Judas.
Wisdom.
As from there you hear screams filling the whole area, as from gibberish to words that make no sense, all sorts of cacophony starts to assault you.
Luckily, I can't be
Who's that?
frightened, so
That is very much true. Snowsong also is not frightened, though still takes 2 points of damage. You also do just take 2 points of damage.
Yep.
Jeffers, you are frightened, you take 5 points of damage. Nathaniel, you also make me a wisdom saving throw. And right after that, Nathaniel and Jeffers, both of you will feel a burst of air, like a gale of something approaching.
Ah!
And Snowsong is up next. Nathaniel, you make the save, so you do not. So you only take 2 psychic damage.
I think I only have a +2, so my total is actually 13, not 16.
Oh, you don't have the bless. I see how you mean. And so yeah, you take 5 points of psychic damage, and you are currently frightened. But Snowsong is up next as it is running up forward.
It's a charge.
That hits.
11 damage. He makes a strength save. Ooh, he
He
failed.
will drop prone as Snowsong jumps towards them. Anything else for Snowsong?
Oh, that's it.
Judas, you are up next.
with electricity words raging in my head, just slowly walks up, turns to him, slowly walks and says, I say, you will not die, you will suffer more. And I'll hit him. And if I down him, it will be non-lethal.
Go for it.
He's down on the ground, so that's advantage, isn't it?
That is correct. He's also blooded. Not sure why I did not put that in. Has been.
Is he down yet?
Not that fast.
Is he down yet?
Ooh,
Smite him.
the crit. Keep
I have
on
to clarify. I have to clarify if I want to smite or not smite before he can tell me. So I will do a first level smite onto that one.
48.
Is he down
Judas strike once and strike a second time, you just plunge it onto his knee to make certain that he will not go anywhere. The sheer shock of damage will cause the person to go unconscious, given that you said and specified non-lethal, that is, as down he shall go with the sphere disappearing from his hand, the dagger dropping from the other, and an eldritch book in front of you. A burst of wind slowly is becoming noticeable from not only Nathaniel and Jethros, but Regulus. You as well feel this powerful gale rushing closer towards you. As Goel, you slowly turn your head, and inside this crystal ball, you see Unner, the Dragonborn, fighting against hordes of small creatures that look extremely vile.
We're
And
gonna lose our Dragonborn.
on that note, we're gonna put a pause until next week, so we can start straight into the action and what the hell is going on here.
I think I think I knocked it on the head when I said this. I was like, this kind of like, was that a guard dog? But what kind of guard dog? And then my brain went, oh, why is each of these rooms like specifically tailored and locked down? I think we already released one of the inmates, that sprite thing.
Nah.
We're about to find out more in regards to what exactly is happening here, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's session. I hope you had fun, nonetheless, as we're about to see what the other thing might lie in this temple, vault, prison, archive, call it however you like for the time being, or dungeon, to be precise.
This is a dungeon. Dungeon in the
Yes.
actual terminology of a dungeon. Not the D&D dungeon, an actual dungeon.
I will say it's a D&D dungeon for sure. Now, if it is a true dungeon or not, that's another whole story.
Yeah, it's ironic if you think about it, is the actual utilization of the word dungeon means actually prison.
Yep. Any questions or anything someone would like to add?
No.
No, all good. Just send me that map when you get the chance, and thank
No
you for
worries.
running again. Really enjoyed it. I have to say, I kind of felt like our dices were more Monday aligned than a Friday game. Hey, regulars, hello.
I don't know if there's a dragon. I have to roll a crit on it. It's by rules.
Oh, if there was a dragon today, then you would have probably rolled a crit on
And
it because it's.
I assume by now this is where you hear also a break into the structure up above. Satrix and Vala might be able to enter this vault as well. I know this was not the most creative of
How
ways to
convenient.
sidestep them from the session, but it works just fine.
Rocks fall. The ladies can't come in.
Yeah, pretty much that's what happened.
Rocks fall. The ladies allowed.
If you really wanted to be very, shall we say, unpopular, what's just socially incorrect, you could have said, well, the one needed to go to the bathroom, and the other one needed to join them, and it just returned.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.